Hello grade 6s, this is our project. As described in class today, this is your video version to help you answer your questions while you are working from home. Without any more ado, here we go. We are looking at the China project assignment sheet right now. As you can see, today in class we started our brainstorming ideas for this project, what you found interesting, what you thought you could do inquiry questions into. After that, you selected a topic. For some of you guys, that was educational, religious, the Great Wall, Grand Canal, those types of things, or pottery and the arts, those things. It's all up to you as long as it's at the end approved by me. Brainstorming ideas, come up with the topic, and then when you have this topic, you'll create 3 research questions to go along with the ones that I have given you. Now, after that, you research your questions and you continue on with the project. Step 1 and step 2. And going through this list, there's many more. This is just a quick list I made up of different areas of study, topics, those kinds of things that you could focus on for this project. Remember, at the end, you will, if you choose something like pottery, you will do your project on pots. However, when we do our night in the museum, you will be the potter. You won't be the pot. Okay, and you'll be sitting behind your spinning wheel thing, making a pot or telling people about what went into it, how it was used, those kinds of things. Same with medicine, you'd be a doctor. If you are doing the terracotta warrior, you could become a terracotta warrior, I guess, but you could also be the king who had them made, or one of the potters or one of the soldiers who was made into a terracotta warrior. If you're doing a boat, like one of the junks or something like that, you could be a man who worked on it, the designer, something like that, where you become the person from history. So when we have our visitors come, you answer questions based off of your role. This is a fun project. So step 3, you're going to generate questions. You're going to generate 3 questions. One of them has to be related to ask how your topic is relevant today. Whether it's medicine, art, how's it seen today, those kinds of things. Remember, as you're creating your questions, go to our video on creating strong research questions. It has that graph of how you start good research questions. It also has a step-by-step process for how you can make your research questions strong. There's also different ideas of how you can be a little more creative when you're making your questions, and so help yourself. When you have your 3 questions approved, you'll put them in these 2 boxes. After that, you will go down and you'll start to research. These questions are all in a form table right here, but these words, keywords, I included these because so often you guys are asking, how can I ask Google a better question or something like that. So all this does really is it gives you other words that might help you as you're doing research that you might not think of as important, but might lead you to better resources and sites. While this next part is you will be answering your 3 questions and my questions. Remember, we only use primary and secondary sources to answer our questions. We also need to record these. So you will, underneath here, include your 2 primary sources or more. You can have more, but you need to give a short explanation for why it's a primary source. And that way we will have a better understanding of what you are doing. And so, with that, you'll answer your 3 questions, 5 sentences or more. For these questions down here, most of them are 5 sentences or more, except for when did the dynasty exist? You can answer that in 3 or less. It's all here. If you do your work, you finish it completely, you will have a wonderful, wonderful day. So, once you finish your research questions, you'll be continuing looking into your role. Find a famous person, either from your dynasty, the person you're researching, or someone from that era. That person, you'll need to create a fake book page for. On that fake book page, I can include you here. The fake book page requires you to create in a Word document. We're not going to make an actual Facebook page for them, but it's like a Facebook page, but just fake book. You'll put the person you're researching's photo, the name of that person, their date of birth, the accomplishments, what they're remembered for, 2 posts, So quotes from them or things that they would say if there are no direct quotes, as I understand that'll be a problem for some of you. And then name some of their friends. Or this can be people who are living at that time. Okay, so people who might have been their friends or like them. Who is it? Is it, all right, Caesar Augustus, who is alive at that time in other places? Okay, after that, you create the final product. Your final product is going to be your maybe your replica or a newspaper or whatever. There's a list of final product included or ideas that you can include, but the purpose is you're going to become someone, but you're also going to have something to show these people. And so final products can be you, as the actor, be Confucius, dress up like him. You could make a scrapbook, you can make a newspaper, you can make a website, you can make a children's book, artwork, architecture, poster, artifact, replica, diorama, model, video, board game. It can be anything, but you need to become the person who would be using it, presenting it. I think most people usually make a model of it, either dress up or whether it's pottery, they might make a scrapbook of the different pottery type things or newspapers, something like that that they can show off. It's all up to you. Make sure that's approved by Mr. Chris before you start making it. As always, there are your criteria down below. I hope you enjoy and have a wonderful day.